Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I cover real news stories with context, calm commentary, and the parts nobody explains in the headlines. Okay, this story genuinely made me pause the news and go, hold on, run that back. Because you know how every now and then a headline sounds fake? This one was, a man arrested for stealing human remains from cemeteries. And I thought, okay, maybe one grave, maybe a prank, maybe Halloween went too far. No. Police say this guy, Jonathan Gerlach, had a lot of remains, like enough that investigators had to start an identification process. At that point, you stop asking why and start asking, how does someone even get away with this? So today we're breaking down the case. All right, let's get into it.
A real-life grave robber straight out of a horror movie. A man arrested for stealing human remains from graves, some as young as infants, others 200 years old.
Very simply, detectives walked into a horror movie come to life the other night.
Delaware County District Attorney Tanner Rouse outlining the twisted, alleged crimes of 34-year-old Jonathan Gerlach of Lancaster County. He's accused of stealing human remains from 26 mausoleums and underground graves at the historic Mount Moriah Cemetery in Yeadon. Some of the remains as young as infants.
Some of these are 200 years old, some of them obviously much newer. There's one that had a pacemaker still attached to the body.
Prosecutors say it was old-fashioned police work that cracked the case. After a series of grave desecrations at Mount Moriah, Yeadon police set up a sting. On Tuesday, Gerlach was arrested at the cemetery with a burlap bag full of 30 human remains, many of them children. But when police searched Gerlach's home in Ephrata, Lancaster County, they found more than 100 human skulls, large bones, and other skeletal remains, as well as jewelry taken from graves. 8 more skeletons were found in a nearby storage locker.
Detectives have recovered an awful lot of bones at this point, and we are still trying to piece together who they are, where they are from, and how many we are looking at, and it's going to be quite some time before we have a final answer.
Oh no, did he say a pacemaker? So investigators say Jonathan Gerlach targeted historic cemeteries, especially Mount Moriah, and this wasn't random digging. Police say he was entering mausoleums and burial vaults. I don't even open leftovers after 4 days. This man is opening sealed crypts. Yeah, that's the part that makes you stop the video. Now, investigators had to identify remains and families had to wait for answers. That's not just criminal. That's heartbreaking. It's really sad. Now here's the question everyone asked immediately. Why? Police documents say he admitted selling some remains online, which raises a very uncomfortable fact. There is actually a collector market for human bones, and I wish I didn't know that sentence existed. Now, confirmed buyers haven't been publicly named yet. But other real criminal cases have involved trafficking remains through mail and private sales, meaning this wasn't just random behavior. Someone wanted them.
In a Facebook Live, Jeremy Pauley, who pled guilty to trafficking human remains last year, claimed that Gerlach bought some of his collection off his ex-wife.
I had tried to reach out to him at one point about like, hey, what you bought, what you brokered wasn't hers to sell. And he kind of like told me to.
People across Pennsylvania continue to be shocked after police pulled hundreds of skeletons from a Lancaster County home.
I've never heard of anything like this before. I don't think many people have.
34-year-old Jonathan Gerlach continues to sit in a Delaware County jail after he was arrested for vandalizing dozens of graves at the Mount Moriah Cemetery. Tony Schmidt says she was upset when she heard about the robbery, adding that her mother volunteered at the cemetery for years.
She would go to Mount Moriah and help clean up and visit the grave of her great-grandfather, who was the lieutenant commander at Little Round Top in Gettysburg.
It's angering, but it's also heartbreaking.
Christine Mello says she drove to Mount Moriah to check on her grandparents' graves shortly after hearing about Gerlach's arrest.
I pulled up and there was an elderly man there who was looking for his dad. Where's my dad at? Is my dad's bones taken? Where are they? And I was calming down this man, being like, is he a mausoleum? Like, what do we know?
According to court documents, Gerlach is accused of robbing grave sites in Delaware and Luzerne counties. Social media accounts belonging to Gerlach also showed human skulls on display.
This is really sad. So hey guys, I want your take on this story. Is it one person acting alone, or is this much bigger? Do y'all think it's an underground market? Tell me below. And if you want more real stories explained without exaggeration, like, share, subscribe, and stick around.